what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And today, big AFL 23 news. That's right, the AFL video game, the official video game of the Australian Football League, as it says here on the little box art placeholder. AFL 23 is going to be coming out on Thursday, April 13th, 2023, which is the week of the Gather Round fixture, which is very annoying because I fly out to Adelaide on that day. So, obviously, this is very exciting. We've got new news. We've got some screenshots that I'm going to chuck up on the screen for you now. Obviously, a fend off here from Elliot Yeo. I think that's to Brayshaw. You can kind of say, I think the turn might be in the background on the right, and then Jaeger O'Meara on the left, possibly in the background there. You've got a showdown here, the AFLW. It looks like Aaron Phillips. You've got Jeremy Howe getting absolutely posterized by Isaac Heaney, which to me is just absolute filth, because Jeremy Howe, he's used to hanging on people's heads. Very disappointing that someone is hanging on his head. You can see Quainer in the background there as well. For the Pies, Dangerfield bringing down Duke Miller. Looks maybe... what's interesting here is about the movement in the background. It looks kind of like Mitch Duncan on the left there, and I'm probably wrong because it's very, very blurry, but like, you know, it looks kind of like he's moving in a nice slow, like almost a walking fashion, like he's not actually like sprinting to every bit of the play because he knows he's not going to be involved. So that's kind of an interesting little tidbit there. And then this one, obviously, Marlon Pickett bringing down, or possibly bringing down, Lockie Chucky Neal there between Richmond and Brisbane, which was a classic final last year, if you did see that one, which I did. So anyway, we've got a few more details here. Obviously, the release date, 13th of the 4th, 23, which is huge news. Obviously, the cover that we saw a few days ago that was the leaked cover is not the real cover. There will be a different cover, and that will be told to us at a later date, whether that's at an event or something, or whether it's just another press release like this. We will find out about that at some stage. But obviously, you can pre-order the game now as well for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. So it's about 6 weeks to go. Oh, yeah, and there was another screenshot I didn't actually have here, which was this one, which is the Team Select screen, or the new Team Select screen. Now, this image, from the way Ross has sort of said it, is like that it's not actually how you're going to view it in-game. It looks like the in-game, obviously the camera is going to be very front-on, and that's sort of going to be your backdrop is like the set there. So this is a nice, different, cool look at the set rather than the front-on angle you're going to get when you're actually playing the game. But that's a cool little, you know, side selection screen. Obviously, the stadium in the background as to which stadium you're playing at. You've got the MCG there. And this is GWS and Essendon in the AFLW. So exciting. As to other things, we've got the details of the commentators, which is going to be 6 commentators, which is incredibly big in that respect. You've got Hutto and Hamish as probably your main 2 callers, with Daisy Pearce and Daniel Harford, I imagine, being more of your colour commentators. And then I feel like Kelly Underwood and Jason Bennett are also going to be part of it, but I feel like they're going to be calling almost exclusively AFLW games. And don't quote me on this, but this is just the way I'm interpreting how this is going to play out. We saw obviously 6 commentators were in Cricket 22 as well, and it was a similar sort of thing where you had the more female commentators commentating the women's cricket over the men's game. So that's sort of how this could play out. Obviously, Jason Bennett does a lot of AFLW calling for Channel 7, Kelly Underwood for Fox Footy. So that's just a reason why that could be the case again. The other thing is it's over 30 stadiums is going to be in the game. I'm assuming every single AFL stadium will be included, every single AFLW stadium, or close to all the AFLW stadiums will be included in it as well. So that way you'll have more than 30. A number of those they would have already made from their cricket games, so they already kind of exist in their system, and that'll be good. And I wonder if each stadium is going to have a different size. It's something we've seen in Big Ants cricket games recently, where stadiums will have different boundary lengths, different sizes around the field. Could that impact actually how you play out the game, depending on the stadium size? Like, the SCG isn't as small as it used to be, but down in Geelong at GMHBA, if that's going to be different to playing on the MCG, TBC. The last thing that we're going to cover here is the new career mode, which looks like you take control of the team rather than an individual player. And it says, the new management career mode will allow fans to take full control of their team, from recruiting, drafting, and player development to deciding game day tactics and structures as they chase the Premiership Cup. So that's just confirming that there's going to be a career mode that will obviously span more than one season. The fact that you're obviously doing recruiting and drafting in that process is going to be cool as well. Very similar, I guess, how we've seen in the other games, but it'll be a fresh take on how we see a career mode playing out. Other things that are like double, triple confirmed is that all the Big Ant creator tools will be coming, so you'll be able to build your own players, stadiums, teams, uniforms, all of that you'll be able to do yourself, and it'll be fully cross-play, fully cross-platform, all of those sharing things. So if you make something on PlayStation, you want to share it with your friend on Xbox, they can see that. And also, it's going to be fully cross-play, so you'll be able to play from PlayStation to PC, PC to Xbox, Xbox to PlayStation, whatever you want to do. You can play with your friends as long as they got the game on any console. The last thing I want to point out here, very last thing, is in-depth skills and unique player traits powered by champion data. So I know with the last AFL game, we were thinking about using champion data to create player stats and sort of dictate how they played and things like that. And it kind of generated how some of the things work. So I wonder how they've interpreted the data here that they've got from champion data and how much that has impacted either players' overall ratings, like run speed and specific things around that, like kicking accuracy. If it's like if someone's not a very good kick, like if you're a midfielder, right, are you going to be rated like 95? Let's say you're Lachie Neale, you're probably rated like 93, but you know he might have like 60% accuracy with his kicking because like he's just doing a lot of clearance work, right? Like, is that going to be an interesting thing? So that's why I mean, like, it's going to be interesting how they interpret the data that they'll get from champion data, if that is in fact how they're doing it, because obviously that is it's a strange line to put in there, but yeah, there you go. In-depth skills and unique player traits powered by champion data. So I guess you got to know your footy players to know where to put them, how to play with them, and I think that could be an exciting thing for footy fans in this game as we get closer to the release, which is now just 6 weeks away from today on the dot. So that is all. If you do want to see more AFL 23 stuff, of course, I'm going to be doing many, many things in the lead up to it. I feel like I'm talking really, really fast, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Any questions, leave them below in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Speculate everything. Do it all. And until next time, I will see you all later. Goodbye.